Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? Okay, I hope you're doing well. If you're not doing well, then I recommend that you follow my instructions here, do what I do, and you'll be feeling better instantly, and you'll be feeling even better tomorrow. And just keep this up, and it's gonna really help you to build your immune system. It's gonna really help you to have a little bit emotional balance and sustainability towards the outside world as you give yourself some love. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the practice of Abhyangasana, self-oil massage, and here's the steps. This is Baño de Maria. That's the Spanish way to say like a little bath for something you put, I have, oh no, did I crack that? Oh no, just a hair. I just saw this like line down the thing. I was like, oh shoot. Because that is something you have to worry about if you put glass into hot water. But these mason jars, they're pretty thick. They're pretty good with the hot water as long as they're not cold before you put it in. The best is actually to have like the jar in the pot and then bring it to a boil or to a very hot with it, so then the temperature doesn't have like an extreme change. Okay, so put the jar into the water, warm it up. It's going to be warming up the oil without making it too hot, as well as without having a mess of the oil after. The next thing is come to your bathroom or any spot. I've come to my bathroom today. This is my bathroom. Welcome. This is my cool, oh look, my floor. Okay, so this is like a chokurei symbol. I designed this. Yeah, I'm just coming into my shower, put a towel down on the ground. And typically, like normally I would get naked for this, but for this video, I'm just going to do what I can. And it's a really beautiful practice for grounding yourself. Oil is one of our medicines in Ayurveda. In Sanskrit, the language of Ayurveda, one of the same translations of oil is the same translation as love. So when we give ourselves oil, we're giving ourselves a lot of love. So how we would start is start at the top of the head. I don't want to get my hair really oily right now. I have a client in an hour. So, but you can take oil and you can put it into your scalp, and actually I'll show you guys. I just don't have my hair. Oh, that feels so good. I love this hot oil, especially when my vata is vitiated like it is today. I have a lot on the go this week. I don't know about you guys, but it just seems like there's not enough hours in the week, not enough hours in the day. So, okay, so first off, come to the head, oil, put it on the back of your head, and you can do like little circles. You can see that. Just kind of doing like little it feels so good. Take time to go here in this like around this part of the head. Ooh, and making like little figure eights. That feels so good. It feels so good when someone else does it to you, but it also feels so good when you do it to yourself. You have a lot of tension. There can be a lot of tension in there, and so just like really just having some fun, like like doing little circles. Maybe taking some time to go at the back of your head here where the hair and the neck meet, and just putting some friction, some circles, putting some more oil. Really just like giving the oil is really nice for the hair too, especially if you don't care if your hair is oily. I don't want my hair to be oily. It will wash out in a couple of days, but because my hair is already flat, I don't like the look when it gets too oily. People who have like big hair or dry hair, give her with lots of oil. So you kind of just massage in the head. Take your time. There's no, maybe I'll make a video another day with a head massage. That would be great. I give a really, really nice head massage. So after the head, taking the oil going around. I have oil on my hands going around the ears. There's a lot of nice marma points, so energetic points along the ears, or if you kind of go into, just allow your fingers to go into any little indents and just pause and see if you feel any tension anywhere. And if you feel tension, just put a little pressure until it feels good and then release it. And I like to pretend that my fingers have like little eyes on them and that they can see. And that helps me, I guess that was a tool that I used to use, and that used to help me look for things in my body or in the body of other people when I give massages. And now my fingers, I just am connected to my intuition and my third eye. So when I'm touching things, I can feel energy and I can feel blocks. And you will too. I'm not special. I mean, I'm a little bit special, but you are too. I'm not more special than you. So we all can train ourselves to become energetically sensitive to our own bodies and the bodies and energy of other people. We can go around the eyes, kind of just along these points here, along the nose, all of the lips, in the jaw. There's like from the tip of the mouth up towards the jaw, there's a little indentation where the muscles are, the bones join. You can push there, release. Along here, along the chin, take your 2 fingers and just long side here. If you've never done this before, if you've never had a facial or went to a yoga class or anything, I had this done before. I remember the first time that this happened, I was like, oh, that feels so good. That feels so good, as well as on the forehead. Coming here and down. Coming down, down, and down. And then we have these little lines here next to our eyes, or these little marmor points here next to our eyes. And just kind of like doing some massage till you find your way into this kind of little indentation. And then you can just put a little light pressure till you feel you kind of hit a wall, or you feel like a little bit of resistance, or you feel like that's just the spot. And let go. Go in, let go. Go in, and let go. Great. So that's the head and face. Pull the ears down, pull the sexual energy down, give it a little relax. Okay, so next, so this massage I recommend doing daily, if not at least 3 times a week, especially if you have a vata imbalance or vata dosha, because it just gives you a lot of nice lubrication and moisture. You can do the dry massage, so with different, not oil, but with some different herbs, or with a stimulating brush or stimulating gloves if you're kapha imbalance or kapha dosha. And for pittas, they don't normally like too much oil or need much oil. So doing this, yeah, like 3 times a week, and using coconut oil, maybe a little bit less oil, is good for them. So again, this is just rough recommendations. There might be specific cases and everything for each person, but generally this is what I'm talking about. So I'm just going around, kind of like when we do the morning warm-up and we go through the whole body. Actually, sometimes I like to do the morning warm-up and the massage at the same time, especially if I don't have a lot of time and I need massage. It's a good time to do it. So I'm just going around all the joints. I'm using the palm of my hand to go up my arm, kind of pushing pressure on the bone, always from the fingertips from that direction up towards the heart. Always bring things up towards the heart. Flow. Some friction, just until you feel some heat, then move on to the next place. Till you feel some heat, go to the next place. Heat. Around the shoulder. Oh yeah. Using your palm around the shoulder. You palm your hand around the shoulder. And that's one arm. Again, just friction. Let's see if you do any rotations. Friction, 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 friction until it gets hot. Moving up, around the shoulder. Oh yeah, feels good. Feels good. And I really like to do it in the armpit as well. In the armpit, and then putting a little bit of pressure in here. We have our lymphatics and the pits, our neck, along here is nice to do. Just taking those 3 fingers and just going along from the inside out. Nice and gentle. Just going along, moving the energy. Yeah. And you can do like massaging of the chest, around the breast, all around the breast. Both. Nice. And then we come into the stomach area, so just applying oil there, and then coming down into the stomach, going around in clockwise circles. If you're constipated or you can't get going, using support, this is really nice to do too, like just taking time to put in some oil, hot oil, like not where it's burning you, but nice and warm oil, and then going in clockwise direction, following your large intestines there. You might even feel like where you're holding hard stuff, or you're holding blockages, and just telling yourself, hey, I'm moving this out, I'm ready to release it, letting go, all is perfect, all is well. And letting it go. Then going down into like the butt and pubic bone and everything. You can just getting your hands oily and just friction where starting at the top and working down. Long strokes. Just moving your body. Like if you don't go and get massages very often and you don't have somebody else moving your body, or you don't do any kind of exercise or sports where your body's moving, like yoga where you get on the mat and you're moving your body around each day, pressing against the pressure points on the mat and stuff, then it's really important, like, and really, really beneficial to get your body moving. Because we're getting like, first off, some of the reasons this massage is so beneficial is, one, so we're putting this medicine on our body. What does this medicine do? It gives us lubrication, it gives us moisture, it protects our body, then absorbs this organic material, which our pores fill up with, which then it helps to protect us from other things that might be the contaminants through the day. For example, like when I was working in industrial setting, I would have to wear this fire retardant coveralls. That stuff is known to have a certain type of bromine. I forget the chemical, PP something, but it's some kind of chemical that is just not really good for humans. It can cause like different issues, and it can cause the symptoms can be, you might not even notice it, but maybe you get like little red dots on your skin. So I started getting red dots in my skin, and then I looked up some possibilities, and that was one of the things comes from fire retardant clothing. And I was like, well, that makes a lot of sense. You know, here I am like sweating in these coveralls, my pores are completely open, and I'm taking in everything that this material has. So I started giving myself oil massage in the mornings before work. And also, not only did it protect me, but it also really grounded me and made me feel so good. And like I already gave myself love and did something really nice for me before I went to work. So it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm waking up and I'm giving myself a massage before going and working in like a coal-powered power plant for the next 12 hours. And yeah, when I was giving myself oil massage and eating khichdi, like a rice bean mixture, like a mono diet of that, and avoiding coffee and just keeping hydrated, my mood was so good, my energy was so good. Oh god, yeah, there was no highs and lows. It was just consistent, and I manifested a lot of really good things that overhaul. So, okay, so I'm going all the way down my legs. Sorry, this is maybe not the best video shape, but think you got it. And then coming down to the feet. So maybe I'll go back here. Oh, that works better. So yeah, I just was doing like long strokes like this for the leg. And we can take both hands, push them together. Just kind of have fun, like, do you know, whatever you've seen other people do in massages, try it on yourself, you know? And just like get in that, put a little bit of pressure on the veins and letting it go. It's really good for the circulation. Doing this and some inversions after, nice. Very good for the heart. A little bit of pranayama to top it off, really get the heart pumping. So now, and so I didn't really show you guys actually with the neck because I have my shirt on, so it's kind of challenging, but like don't forget the neck. So if I was working from my head down, I would have done the neck first. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Getting in there, give yourself a little love. If you never give yourself a neck massage, you might be surprised, but hey, actually I can give myself a pretty good neck massage. Just using your fingers in that muscle there. Breathing is a huge, huge, huge thing. It helps to release the tension, helps to release energy. Don't hold the breath, never hold the breath. Okay, both sides. Ooh. Depending on what you're doing at work, sometimes you're with your neck crunched for several hours, especially if you're welding or working under a car or anything like that. Give me some kind of tight pressure points. So a little neck massage, release that energy, get rid of that. Okay, so we did that, we did the chest, the arms. Before we go to the feet, I'm going to show you guys the hands. So the hands are very important. They're what we do the majority of our things with. These are our creators, and the middle of the hand is connected to our heart center, our seat of consciousness. So we can give like the hand a massage, letting go of any resistance, any control or tension that we may have. Just letting go, letting go, letting go. Pushing the pressure point in the middle of the palm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale a little bit deeper. And then one more inhale, a little bit deeper. Release. There's a pressure point right here. Mara point, just in that little groove between the two fingers. Push in there, push in the bottom part of the hand as well. Till you feel some pressure. Again, inhale, push, inhale, push, inhale, and then release. Release, 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 pulling the energy from all the fingers. If you have arthritis in the hands, not much for mobility, taking time right now and doing circles, both directions, is a good thing to do each day as well. If you do this each day, from the time you're watching this video until the time you become like a senior citizen, or if you are a senior citizen already, begin to do this now. Next year, you're going to be a whole different version of senior citizen. If you're cracky and slow and inflamed right now, if you follow this Ayurvedic lifestyle routine, this Dinacharya, every morning you're doing yourself self-massage, natural detoxing, breath work, yoga, in 1 year you will be so surprised of your actual capabilities. Okay. So, other hand, I'm just going to do this quicker. Feels good, letting go of any tension or control, any holding, anything no longer needed. Pushing into the palm. Letting go and then connecting to this marrow point up here, pushing in with the tip of the finger up towards the heart. Pressure on both sides of the hand, and then let it go. Take out the energy. This is like a little squeeze and pull. Squeeze and pull, squeeze and pull, squeeze and pull, squeeze and pull, and circles. Both directions. Okay, cool. So now hands are done, wrists are, arms, everything's all nice and oily. Chest is done, stomach. Taking the hands with oil, going around the back of the hips is so nice. Muy, muy, muy rico. Into the butt, top of the thighs, legs, long strokes up towards the body. And then finishing off with the feet. Now, if you have a kappa imbalance, you have a lot of birth, and it's hard to get moving and going. Again, you would do a dry massage here. If you're curious about that and want a video about that, just send me a message below asking me for that. More stimulating herbs that reduce ama. And you would start at your feet though in those massages, because you want to get the energy coming up into your head, because you want to increase the air energy, working more with the upper chakras and stuff as well. So more like, for you, your yoga would be more like back bends, more movements, more new things. But for me, for vata imbalance, too much air and ether, too much movement, and it's unstable energy, I'm working from the head, bring the energy down into the feet. So friction, warming up the feet, going around the heels, and then kind of doing like some Emmys. 1, 2, 3, up the bottom. If you have crunchiness here, then you definitely want to spend some more time, use some more oil. This is all connected to our back and our body here. So just even closing your eyes and giving yourself the massager and seeing how it feels, and if there is any spots that are begging for a little bit more love, a little bit more attention, then give it. Take time for it. I'm showing you like a quick version of this massage, but in reality, I'll be honest, this is kind of how I do it. It is, when you have vata, it is good to actually try slow down and do everything slow, and mindful and conscious. But if I was to do that in the time space that I have right now, I probably wouldn't do it, because I have too many other things I need to do today. So it's better for me to still get this oil. Maybe I'm not giving myself the best energy slowing down and doing it, but at least the oil is going to be nice and deep. After this, I'm going to have a hot shower. And then that oil is going to go deeper into my body. I wanted to show you here, there's another point, kind of like in the hand. There's this point here at the top of there's a bone here, next to, between the big toe and the second toe. And again, you just find where your finger can go into it and going up towards, pushing up towards the heart. And just pushing as hard as it feels like, until you feel a little bit of resistance, and let go. Push until you feel resistance, letting go, resistance, letting go. And here you can, do the toes both directions as well. Again, really good, especially for people who are aging or people who don't have flexibility in their toes and aren't that active. At least getting everything moving is really, really good. Really, really good daily. So, and then squeeze and pull, letting go of any energy, any tension or control that is no longer needed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Switching feet. So again, starting with friction. And Emmys. my recommendation when you do this massage is, give yourself 30 minutes to do this. It's really nice to do again in the morning because it protects your body from all the external elements. Even putting mosquito spray on, or sunblock, or your coveralls, or if you're working on the field and there's pesticides or whatever. Even just like perfumes and like so many other things that just have like weird ingredients in it. It's nice to have this protection, but if in the morning you just can't find time for this, you can put a little bit of oil on you, and then you can save this for a nighttime activity because it is grounding. And you can do it before having a bath, before bed. So, again, finding the pressure point here. Mara points, like there's like 72,000 channels, or nadis. Nadis is the Sanskrit word for like channels, pretty much, or like different energetics, highways, and there's little intersections, and that's what our Mara points are. And sometimes, like they when we press them, they activate certain parts of our body, and also sometimes our energy gets accumulated there and it gets stuck. And so by bringing your pranic energy there, you can bring awareness and pressure, and you can let it go. You can release. So that is really good. It feels really good. It feels really good just to also run your fingers up in the middle of these toes and the bones. Yeah. So again, any crunchiness, massage it out. And then you can go around the bones here. Come back up. And then just taking all the energy down. Closing the physical, closing the emotional, and closing the cosmic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can sit down and just be still for a moment. Focus on your breath and Vipassana, the inhalation, exhalation through your nostrils, or another technique that you would like to follow for another 10 minutes or so. Allow the oil just to absorb in, and then have a hot shower. Only warm water on the head, but hot water on the body. And that when the hot water comes, it's opening up your pores more even, and letting the oil go deeper. So traditionally we would use Vedana therapy after, which is like steam therapy. And so like when I went to India, I would go into like a little box with steam in it. If you have a sauna at your house, this would be like, you could go into sauna now, and that would be cool. And then, but just for 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, and then go and have a shower. So, well, I hope that you enjoyed this demonstration. Let me know how it went for you. Again, I use this massage to help keep me healthy, grounded, and stable. It really supports me if I'm getting like anxious or too much things on my mind, and especially when I have too many things on the go and I feel like, oh, I don't have time for this. That is especially the time when you need it the most, or when I need it the most, which is gonna be the same. If you have a Vata imbalance, whether it's you or it's me, we all have very similar type of tendencies where all of a sudden we just get overwhelmed and flustered, and if you're not in the cycle of self-care and really honoring yourself every day and choosing your morning routine, quite often we'll put ourselves last. So we put all this energy out into the world, but the world is taking the energy, and then we get more depleted, and the more we get more depleted, the more drier we get, and the more Vata imbalance we get, the more anxious we get. So it's like a cycle, and it can go on for days, months, years if people don't take time to ground themselves and take care of themselves. So my recommendation is put this into your daily routine, if not your weekly routine, like have it in there as like a non-negotiable. And whether you do it in the morning or the night, just make time to at least give yourself a little bit of oil.